Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to go shopping to War Market. I remember I went to this War Market last year and filmed a video for you guys, and I really enjoyed filming that video because I found so many beautiful things. So I wanted to make sure that I was coming back this year as well to share with you new home decor. And after we're done shopping, we're going to come home and I'm going to share with you a small haul of a few things that I ended up getting on that day. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed, I really hope you can consider subscribing, and without any further ado, let's just jump right into the video. And this is the War Market I went to, which is pretty far from where I live. I was visiting, so I couldn't lose the opportunity to go there. The first thing I found was this beautiful donut bowl, and they do have it in two sizes. I did show the smaller one, and then this is the largest one. Worth mentioning, this is not made of any kind of particular stone. I think it's either synthetic stone or resin. I also found this console table, which I believe I showcased last year, but it's still so beautiful. I really love the natural texture of the wood. And then this lamp right here was beautiful, but oh my goodness, if I had to highlight something out of this shopping trip, it would be the table lamps. Stay tuned for that. I also found this coffee table with these abstract decorative objects, which honestly give me such an organic, modern, yet warm vibe. These are for pure decorative purposes, but I can totally see them on a very modern and warm space. And as soon as I went into the table lamp section, I came across this beauty, which was one that I was this close to purchase. It's $70, but it was so beautiful. The only thing is that I noticed that it was really scratched and damaged at the base of the lamp. The manager said this was the last one, but he could mark it down to $29.99 for me if I wanted to purchase this one. I decided to go ahead and pass on it, but let me know in the comment section down below, what would you have done in this scenario? Because a lot of you voted on Instagram to go back and get it. This is another one that I thought was such a unique find, and even though this is not my style of decor, I can definitely pinpoint these pieces into that particular style. This one, I think it's also so beautiful. It looks like a designer piece and it's only $60, which I know it's not cheap, but these could retail for thousands of dollars. Same is the case with this reader lamp right here, which is perfect to place on any desk. Also, I felt heavily inspired by this lamp right here, which has that mid-century modern and organic modern style. These little glass lamps are super trendy among the aesthetic Gen Z people. I'm not Gen Z, but I do have to recognize that these are super cute. These other lamps are also very unique pieces. They do give that minimalistic, mid-century modern vibe, but they also have that Scandi or Japandi style, like these stools right here, which both of these are in that boucle fabric, one in white and the other one in forest green. I don't think last year I explored the throw blankets and throw pillows, but I did come across this one right here, which has that bohemian vibe, but I also really like the fabric. And out of all of these pillows, I really like these boucle sphere pillows, which almost resemble like a, I don't know, like a beach ball. They're so cute. And the furniture section is one that I never miss at this War Market, or any for that fact. And this console table not only looked beautiful, but also super nice quality. And you can tell by how smooth that drawer is. Then the planters. Planters at War Market can be quite expensive. However, I do believe that if you think it's going to be an investment in your home and a piece that you're going to keep all year round, it is worth paying the money. This one right here was on sale for $75, and it's a great addition to any indoor tree or even outdoor plants. But my favorite is this one right here, which I incorporated in my family room last year, and to this day I always get questions about this planter because it's that beautiful. On my last home goods video, a lot of you liked this bowl that I commented it was not quite my style, but I did come across this one, which has that nacre effect, and I think it's so organic and pretty. And speaking about organic, this other chair was one that I really liked. I don't recall seeing this one last year. And that's the thing about War Market. I noticed that a lot of the pieces that I showcased last year were still available this year, which is why in this video, I'm trying to focus only on those that are new new to me or ones that I really enjoyed from last year. This round dining table was a showstopper for me, and if the layout of my home permitted a round dining table, this is definitely one that I would consider. This chair is also new to me. The clean lines in the very much modern look, along with that very natural color of the wood. This is a very mid-century modern looking side chest, but if you like designer stores like Lulu and Georgia, this would be a great, more affordable piece to incorporate into your space. I know it's still expensive, but still cheaper than Lulu and Georgia. And last year, I really enjoyed this dining table. This one was one of the most memorable pieces from my trip to this store. Then on the bathroom section, I found some beauties, and usually I don't showcase this section at decor stores because I tend to not find special items, but I do believe that Market has quite a few ones that I wish to showcase with you, starting with this marble tray, but they also have the marble or stone soap dispenser in little container, which you don't have to combine all these three elements together, but let's say that you take the container and put it on a wooden tray on your bathroom. It's gonna make such a nice contrast. I also found these teak sandstone accessories for your bathroom, and then again you can definitely pair this soap dispenser with maybe the marble tray that I just shared. I love the clean modern lines combined with that rustic effect of the teak sand, and I also really love these containers. I find that the sphere at the top is simply adorable. And of course, the whole point about the store World Market is to be able to find and see pieces from all around the world, just like their food section. And so in here, I'm showcasing some of those items that look like you probably brought from a trip abroad, and they tend to be very unique pieces. Usually, if you decorate with these in your home, it's gonna be hard to tell where these came from, which is what makes them curated and special, in my opinion. Another one of my most memorable pieces from my trip to the store last year was this piece of wall decor right here. It is gigantic, and if it wasn't because I was traveling, I would have brought this one home with me. I just didn't have space in the car. This one right here is also very beautiful depending on the color palette preference that you may have. I happened to come across with these candle snuffers for $7.99. That is definitely a steal, and I think these are very useful decor accessories if you're decorating with candles throughout any season. And then on this section, I found another variety of planters like this one right here. It has a wooden base and a ceramic body. And then this one really reminded me to one from Walmart, but the plate at the bottom actually separates, which I thought it was kind of neat. These two, I really love the shape, but especially the color of the sage green, which is going to be the smallest one. And then this one right here, I do remember seeing it last year, but it is so beautiful, and I really like that natural color of the clay along with that washed down effect. And then I also found, again, because I did see this last year, this plant stand, which can also be used as a decorative bowl. I really love it when pieces combine a traditional shape with something rustic or maybe modern and classic, and this is the case for that piece. This other vase, I thought it was so beautiful. You can't really appreciate it on video, but it has that distress effect among the white clay. And then this Greek Roman sculpture thingy is also meant to be a vase, and I fell in love with this one. I thought it was so beautiful. This planter is another piece that I thought it was so beautiful, and it was actually quite marked down. Unfortunately, I'm not able to find it online. And then this other planter, I really love the details. This actually looks like it came direct from the pottery class. We are back in my house, and I'm going to share with you a haul of a few things that I bought on this day. Now, mind you, all of the things I'm going to share are pretty small because I don't live near this World Market, and so I was traveling in my car and we were having bags and such, and I didn't have a lot of space to load up with home decor, unfortunately. But if I lived nearby that store, I would for sure buy that artwork that I've been dreaming of since last year. It's okay, I can always order it online whenever I know what to do do or how to decorate with it. But in the meantime, I'm going to share with you these finds that to me look very curated. And the first one is going to be this vase right here. Now, a few things on this vase. This is a female torso vase. As you can see, you can insert flowers here. I don't plan to use it as a vase. I think the sculpture itself is gorgeous. This resembles the female torso that has been represented in Greek sculptures. The actual name is the Venus de Milo. This is not quite the same as that, but it definitely gives off the same vibe. Back in the day, my mom used to have one of those sculptures that was brought in from Greece, and I always love that piece. So to have this in my home means something very special to me because it reminds me of my childhood home. But I also think this is very beautiful. Not only is a very elegant representation of the woman's body, but it also is made out of a really nice stoneware material. I think it's hard to tell in the video, but this piece is actually heavily textured, and I think that they nailed it with the tone or shade of ivory. This will be perfect to place on any surface, whether you're decorating a console table, a TV stand, or maybe a shelf, and you can pair it with a vase in the back, a bigger vase in the back in a darker color, or maybe you can layer a couple of decorative books at the bottom to give this a little height and just let it shine on its own. This one retailed for $19.99, which I thought it was a steal, and honestly this is just not something you'll come across every day, and so I went ahead and snagged it. Pretty happy about this purchase. The next piece that I'm going to share with you today is going to be this beautiful donut or cloud bowl. And I've commented in previous videos that I've been dreaming about these donut bowls, and I happened to come across this one at Walmart on a couple of sizes like you saw on the shopping portion of today's video. I don't believe this is made out of stone. I don't believe this is made out of ceramic either. This is some sort of a resin. Unfortunately, I'm not able to come across the link online yet to be able to tell you the material, but I'll do my best to find this by the time you see this video and leave it linked in the description box so you can see the material of this bowl. But I really love not only the shape, also it is a good size. I ended up buying the big one, which was also $19.99. This is a fairly nice size bowl that you can use on any coffee table or even in your kitchen as a catch-all tray for like keys and wallets. Given the size, I think it'll hold up very well. I also love the toned down beige color that it has, but it also comes with these gray or silver speckles all around the piece, which I think add up so much to this bowl. And I don't know about you, but I've been really into modern curves lately. If you feel heavily inspired by Lulu and Georgia, I know I mentioned Lulu and Georgia on the voiceover part of this video, but this will be a great piece to incorporate if that's your kind of vibe. And this one is one that I really enjoyed. The next piece that I'm going to share with you today is going to be this canister for the bathroom, which, I mean, I fell in love. This was love at first sight. But what I really liked about this piece is it was made out of teak sand wood, which, as you can see, there's a lot of irregular areas around the piece. The color varies a little bit. It is very imperfect, and I love that because that makes this piece look very curated, and it's also labeled as handmade, which I love even more. It has a very nice modern line to it, but this bowl right here on the lid, in my opinion, just gives all the charm to this piece. Now, I bought this piece with the idea of putting it in my guest bathroom. I kind of want to revamp that bathroom a little bit. I want to give it a refresh. Nothing too crazy, but I don't think that bathroom reflects my style, and I want to make it so it reflects my style. This is a piece that's going to help me achieve that, but it's not a project I'm going to get to yet. So I think I'm going to hold on to this one for now. I know this is going to go in there. You know, collecting pieces for a new project is something that usually takes time, so it's all good. But if you don't want to use this for your bathroom, you can definitely give it so many other uses. You can incorporate it into a tray if you are decorating with a few elements inside the tray. This could be one of those elements, especially if the tray is a wicker tray. Those scallop trays that are so trendy are going to combine beautifully with this piece right here. You can also put this in your desk to store maybe paper clips or any other kind of little thing that you may have hanging around. And I don't know, I just really love that. This one is the largest one, which retails for $14.99, and overall I'm super happy with this purchase. The next piece that I'm going to share with you today is going to be this vanity tray made out of this gorgeous marble stone. So this piece right here is labeled as Toronto marble stone, which is why to me it almost looks like granite. In fact, I may have described it that way in the voiceover portion of the video, but this is marble. It is also hand carved, which gives it that imperfect yet rustic and beautiful shape to it. And it makes so every piece is unique, which I really love. So this piece I also bought for $16.99, and this is also one that I plan to use on that bathroom refresh that I will share in a few months from now. I will get to it at some point because I have so many other projects to get to, but this is definitely one of those pieces that I wanted to collect or curate for that project when I get to it. But you don't have to use this in the bathroom. A vanity tray can perfectly be used in any surface in your house to hold a candle with a candle snuffer, or perhaps you can also add it into your kitchen countertops to hold some functional items that you may need for cooking. This will make your kitchen so beautiful. And I also consider this one having a decent size. So I really liked it. I cannot wait to decorate with it. The next piece that I ended up grabbing on this day was this candle snuffer right here. Honestly, I just think candle snuffers are such a useful piece to have when it comes to decorating around your home. In my opinion, if you're having a decorative candle somewhere, you have to have one of these because it just makes sense. And the brass tends to always bring stuff together in your decor. It's just a different element that you can take advantage of this piece to give in that metal element or brass element that you may be needing in your decor. I think this is also going to be very versatile and useful all throughout the seasons. For $7.99, which is a steal, I couldn't help but grabbing it and bringing it home with me. I also like that it's smaller than the one that I currently have because that means I can fit it into smaller spaces, smaller trays, or I can pair it up with a smaller candle. So this one was just, I would say, a convenience buy, but I would say don't pass on a candle snuffer if you need one. Don't pass on it if you see it in a store. All right, my friends, that's going to be everything for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section down below what was your favorite item that I shared with you today, if any. If you enjoyed, I really hope you can consider hitting that red subscribe button down below. Thank you so much for being here. And without any further ado, I really hope I can see you in my next one. Bye.